Angela Yvonne, and this is VeganPopEats. As a vegan, you become more aware of what you're putting in your body as well as what you're putting on your body. Take, for instance, leather. Now, you may think that it's completely off the table. Think again. Fashion is now making strides in clothing and in shoes by using leather made from bananas, pineapples, and grapes. The banana plant stem is durable and it's waterproof, and it's used by the vegan brand 36 Chambers from the Wu-Tang Clan. They make their wallets with it. Now, Boss Menwear, they are making shoes from pineapple, the leaf fibers. And grapes are not just for wine. Ask Bentley, the luxury car brand. They used leather made from grape waste from wineries to line the interior of their 100th anniversary car. Now, who says you can't play with your food and be great for the environment? I'm Angela Yvonne, and this is VeganPopEats. We are here at Thyme Tonic, located on the Upper Westside at 474 Columbus Avenue. Now, what makes this place so special is garden to table experience. Now, for you non-vegans, they do have something for you where they have sustainable seafood and also dairy options. With Instagram-worthy cocktails, I cannot wait to take a sip. And we are here with Orly from Thyme Tonic. She is the owner of this fabulous establishment. Thank you so much for letting us come in. This is an amazing. I've been following you guys on Instagram, and your pictures does not do the place justice.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about how this place came about.
Sure. So I'm also the owner of Modern Bread and Bagel next door. And we used to serve all-day brunch. The concept was founded on influences from all the places that my husband and I traveled to and lived in, including Sydney, Australia, Paris, France, of course, New York City, Tel Aviv, Israel. So lots of different culinary influences. I myself am a pastry chef.
Yes.
I studied at the Cordon Bleu in Sydney, Australia. And while I was there, developed a line of specialty gluten-free flour. So everything at Modern Bread and Bagel, all of our bakery items, our pastry items, breads, is made with my different gluten-free flour blends, which is called Blends by Orly.
Okay.
So basically, Modern Bread and Bagel opened, we were slammed all the time, and it was like dine-in and takeout, and it just wasn't enough space for all the demand. So when this place went out of business, we decided to take it over and make it an extension of Modern Bread and Bagel for brunch. The difference is that we're very vegan focused. So we took all of our most popular Modern Bread and Bagel dishes. For example, this one over here is the giant latke, definitely most popular dish over there. and it has sour cream and smoked salmon on top. So here we do a version, the original version, and we also offer a vegan version. So everything on the menu can be made vegan. So we're using just eggs instead of eggs. We're using vegan smoked salmon. We're using tofu, impossible meat, homemade, like even a homemade bacon we do that's made with rice paper instead of soy product. So it's pretty cool because there's something for everyone, and the overall theme in both restaurants is everything is 100% gluten-free as well.
So when, vegan is like the biggest thing, how were you able to get the menu together? Because, as vegans, it's, it increases our taste, our palate.
Yeah.
So what was your thought behind making the food for this establishment?
So we have amazing, amazing chefs. We have an executive chef at Modern and an executive chef at Thyme Tonic. And the two of them use their genius and their creativity, as well as our pastry chef, to come up with these incredible menu items. Actually, mostly during COVID-19, when we were still open, but we were empty because the city, everyone fled Manhattan. So we used it as an opportunity to do a lot of product development. So we did about 6 months of product development.
Wow.
And developed these incredible vegan products that you can't find anywhere else. You'll see when you taste it, but it's very different from most other vegan places that use a lot of, we use a lot of plants, but it's also very unique, still concept driven. So at night, our dinner is very like fun food, bar bites, shared food, and during the day, it's the same brunch that everyone knows and loves. We serve brunch from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. every day, not just weekends. And you can get your eggs, and you can get your bagel, and you could get your, avo toast, and everything is vegan and gluten-free. So it's pretty cool.
Now we're in New York, and people are very particular about brunch.
Yes.
So out of the entrees that you have here, which one is your favorite? Because that's the one that I'm going to start off with first.
Okay, my favorite is the Huevos Verdes. I love Mexican food.
Okay.
So that one is a homemade corn tortilla with black beans. I eat it with the eggs because I'm not vegan, but the just eggs are amazing. I think they're such a good substitute for eggs. So it's the just eggs, and it's got a salsa roja, salsa verde, and it's served with a side of avocado.
All right. So we are starting off with this. It's so beautiful. It makes me not want to even eat it. So I'm gonna try. Let me see. Is this the proper way?
Yeah, I usually use my hands, but yes.
I want to show them that I have some manners.
Yes, just get a little of the salsa roja in there too.
Salsa roja.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get a little.
All right.
And the tortillas are homemade as well.
Oh wow. Okay. We have this.
It's like if you like Mexican food,
I love Mexican food.
It's got your spice, and it's got your.
It's so
very
flavorful. Now, how do you prepare the black beans?
I have to ask the chef.
Oh, it's no biggie. It's no biggie. But they're so flavorful.
Yeah,
so
obviously
I'm just
no chicken stock.
Oh my gosh.
They're vegetarian black beans. They're smashed black beans.
Okay.
So they're not refried. They're totally healthy.
Oh my gosh. All right. I don't want to get full.
So this one over here is the giant latke. This is the signature from Modern Bread and Bagel Brunch.
Okay.
And it used to be served as a latke is, we have a lot of Jewish old school New York influences next door. And this is one of those dishes because a latke is like a traditional Jewish item. It's a fried potato pancake, basically. Okay. And usually it's served on Hanukkah as a small, kind of this size. So we make this giant one here, as you can see. and it's served with the smoked salmon on top and the sour cream. So it's a very like Jewishy dish.
Okay.
But it's become kind of one of our iconic dishes. And this is vegan sour cream, and we top it with vegan lox, which are actually made of carrots.
Wow.
And the carrots are pickled, and they're pickled in seaweed to give it like that fishy flavor. So if you're someone who likes the taste of salmon, but you're vegan, you'll love this.
So should I squeeze the lemon on top of it, or is that just
You
for
don't
garnish?
need to.
Okay.
Yeah, that's more just for show.
I want to put my hands on it, but I'm just like,
Oh yeah. That
Okay.
one you could eat with a fork.
okay.
It's quite messy.
She's like, girl, show some class. Okay. Let's see what we have here, because I love potatoes.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and then
That's gonna be like a deep fried potato pancake.
we have. Okay, this is the first time that I've ever tried vegan lox.
Okay.
So.
That's cool. That's cool.
Oh my gosh.
Like if you try those vegan lox on a bagel with vegan cream cheese, you know, and the
I would be here every day.
It really tastes
And
like
this
lox.
is carrots?
Yes.
Let me just try that.
They're
Like,
thinly sliced carrots, but they're like pickled over a few days. So they really get that flavor and the color.
the creaminess is. This is mouth-watering. Like, this is fantastic.
Cool.
It really is. And I love Mexican food, but
Yeah.
I think I would be like, oh, can I get the
This is more unique
Yeah.
to our concept.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you asked me what my favorite one is. That's why I said that one. But I would say, like, if you have the one that's most ordered by people, it would be this one, because you definitely can't find anything like that anywhere else.
This is a winner. If you're into potatoes, this is it. And the carrots, I'm still shocked because they actually give you the texture of salmon. Okay, I'm not gonna eat any more of this because we have more. And I haven't had pancakes since I became vegan.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, because I've just haven't found anything that makes me want to.
Do you want a new fork and knife?
Oh, I have one. It's fine.
You got it? Okay.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm not picky at all.
So these are coconut pancakes with a coconut crumble and creme anglaise that's of course vegan. And the pancakes are made with blends by Orly flour, the cake flour. I have different flour blends for different baking applications. So I have a bread flour, a pastry flour, a cake flour, and a cookie flour, all used as one-to-one swaps in that specific category. So for pancakes, we use the cake flour. So that's this. So yeah.
You said that you were a pastry chef.
Yeah.
So what made you want to take on the task of flour?
Well, it was specifically gluten-free baking that I wanted to take on. My husband has celiac. Got diagnosed, when we were dating, and he's a huge foodie. So we lived in Paris right after we got married, and there was nothing gluten-free for him to eat. He starved there.
Oh no.
And when we moved to Sydney, Australia, after I went to the Cordon Bleu, and that was 2012, so gluten-free was still not so hot yet. And I worked with the head chef of the program on an independent study for French pastry development that's gluten-free. And it was something he wanted me to do because he wanted to learn more about it, and something he gave me the liberty to do, gave me my own test kitchen. And I started playing with lots of different gluten-free flours and blending them together and testing them out in different recipes, and eventually found one all-purpose gluten-free flour doesn't work for all purposes. Without compromising the taste and texture of a product. So I found that bread needed more gums, and it needed more high fiber, high protein flours to give it that more of the elasticity, whereas cake needed more light flours, light gluten-free grains, to give it the fluffiness to mimic a cake flour. So that's what I did. Originally the impetus was my husband, but then it became just
a passion.
A passion for, to help so many people. That's why we opened these restaurants, was to give the underserved, gluten-free community, a place to get really amazing food, and now the vegan community as well.
And that's amazing because there are a lot of people that are starting to, I have a friend who, when they were younger, they didn't have any problems with gluten, but now that they're getting older, it's starting to show up more and more and more. And then when you are dealing with gluten, it's hard to find something that's tasty along with like vegan food and things of that nature.
Exactly.
So let me see. And I love pancakes.
Yay.
Okay, so I probably should try it without the syrup. So let's see. Oh my gosh. So all of your bagels and everything that's over in your bagel shop is made with your flour?
Yeah.
That's amazing. Okay, let's see. And I love coconut. Okay. 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 So this is my favorite.
That's your favorite now? We're going from getting better as the dishes go.
This is amazing.
Yeah, it's really good. It's like fluffy. It's got and that's,
And I wouldn't know that it was gluten-free.
Or vegan.
Or vegan.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing with the flour.
So let me try it with the syrup, because that's the true testimony of a good pancake. Okay, let's see. Okay, so this is my favorite.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
And it's my favorite with or without the syrup because it's so creamy. It's so fluffy.
Yeah. They're good.
And I don't think that I've ever tasted anything like this before.
Well, I'm telling you, we worked like 6 months, and I mean, it took me about 2 years to develop my flour and perfect it.
Okay.
And these vegan items, like we worked a lot on them to make them, the perfect proportion of like for pancake fluffiness. Like this one, the first time I tried it, the flavor was great, but it was like super dense. And we were like, this is exactly how people think of vegan food, is like dense because there's no eggs. So it was definitely a lot of R&D, but we feel like we did a good job.
You did a great job. You did a great job. Okay.
Thank you.
The last but not least.
So this is a vegan Reuben sandwich.
Okay.
So a Reuben is also like a Jewishy sort of sandwich. It's usually made
I've
with...
never had a Reuben.
Yeah.
And I've lived in New York for 5 years.
Yeah, like if you go to Katz's Deli or...
Yeah, I've heard of Katz.
Any of those like Jewish delis, they'll Second Avenue Deli, they'll serve a Reuben, and it's typically... That's very loud. It's typically served with corned beef.
Okay.
Hey, chef, Reuben is normally made with corned beef?
Yeah.
Okay, corned beef and what else?
Corned beef and Russian dressing and the pickled cabbage.
And pickled cabbage. Okay. Corned beef, Russian dressing, pickled cabbage.
Sauerkraut.
And sauerkraut.
Okay.
So, and it's usually served at like a deli. So that's why, we have like the deli sticks in it and then the French fries. So, giving you that, if you're someone who likes deli food, like you like biting into that like Mile High Reuben sandwich, if you liked meat, like this is a cool experience.
Okay.
So we take the tofu and we marinate it in beets to give it the red flavor, the red color of the corned beef, and it's also pickled to give it the corned beef flavor.
Okay.
So it's served on our vegan brioche bread.
And you bake that
And we
next
bake
door.
that next door. Yeah.
So everything is in-house here?
Yeah, everything's made in-house, everything.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, it's all fresh, all made in-house,
Okay.
all made with love.
So if you could rate this yourself, what would you rate this?
I would give it out of 10.
Yes.
I don't know. I mean, I love it, but I'm not like a sandwich person myself.
Okay.
But people love it, so I would say.
This is so
I don't know.
big.
I would say like a 9.
Oh, okay.
No, people really love it.
Okay.
Like this is not my favorite because I'm more of like a pancake and eggs person, but People
So am I.
really, really love this
So
one.
I guess I would put, this is homemade as well.
Yeah. And we also do like a fried chicken sandwich that's popular, but I know you
Okay.
tried that on one of your other shows. So I was
Yes.
like, let's give her something she hasn't tried before.
So you watched my show. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I'm kind of scared now. Okay.
The bread is a 10 though. The bread, I
Okay.
love the 10. I love this bread. This bread, it tastes like brioche, but it's totally vegan and gluten-free.
Okay, I am a sandwich person.
Okay. So you're a sandwich person.
I would give it 9.5.
Okay. That's
I would
pretty
give this a
good.
9.5.
Okay.
Very flavorful. And I'm not even a tofu fan like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But this doesn't feel like tofu. Let me see. Look at that. It's so buttery.
it's the brioche.
Wow. Wow. So,
And these are za'atar fries. So it's thick hand-cut fries with sprinkled with za'atar, which is a Mediterranean seasoning. So we have a lot of like Israeli Mediterranean influences in our cooking as well.
this is fantastic. Now, out of all of this,
Yeah, let's hear.
this is one,
Okay.
the coconut pancakes.
Okay.
2,
Okay.
and the only reason why the coconut pancakes are number 1 is because I like sweets,
Yeah, me too.
and this is a meal in itself. But if I took away the coconut, I would do the latke, and then I would do the ranchero
Okay.
because I love black beans.
Yeah.
But what did you say about the black beans? They're not vegan?
No, they're all vegan.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Okay. I
everything's
thought you had
vegan.
said they were
I said they're not
vegetarian.
refried.
Okay, awesome.
You know, because they look kind of like refried, but they're not. They're healthy,
Awesome.
and they're totally vegan.
So, if you could, oh, we have cocktails. Okay.
So you have
gonna
your
cut it
Bloody
out.
Mary, which
Okay.
is, you know, your typical brunch cocktail. But everything that we do here, so we have a full liquor license, full bar, and all of our cocktails, we call them garden to glass. And everything is made with like homemade infused liqueurs, lots of botanicals. So the name Thyme Tonic comes from mine and my husband's love of gin and tonic.
Oh.
So we do a lot of aromatics, we do like homemade shrubs. So everything, you know, even when you're drinking your cocktails, you can feel healthy because it's very high quality, homemade, and lots of just like top shelf liquors.
So what was the, I love the visual presentation.
Yeah, that's
So
fun.
what was the inspiration for this one particularly? Because it reminds me of a sunset.
Yeah, it's called a sunrise actually. So that's why it's a breakfast cocktail.
Okay.
Because of all the different colors. And you have on the bottom, you have hibiscus,
Okay.
which is obviously a tea that's like a floral herbal tea. You also have this purple here is the gin, the Empress gin.
Okay.
So it's a purple gin, which is really fun. There's also the aromatic, what's the tonic called? Hey Molly, what's the orange in this?
Grapefruit.
Oh, that's the grapefruit. Okay.
Hibiscus, grapefruit, and then the empress.
And then what's the tonic? It's the tonic is
Aromatic tonic.
it's aromatic tonic. Okay, so you have hibiscus, grapefruit, you have the gin, the Empress gin, and then the aromatic tonic. So that's what gives it all the different color. And obviously, like grapefruit, you think of as a breakfast drink, and hibiscus is a nice tea. So everything, again, it's like high quality ingredients. We're not using sugars. We're using natural sweeteners. And Johan, the Bloody Mary, what makes this,
Usually has vodka.
right, but what makes it like signature to us?
Tomato juice, like everything spicy. Like example, like some garlic,
Garlic?
like everything spicy. Everything usually everything is spicy. You know.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, cool. Yeah, you've got some jalapenos, you've got some cilantro, If you love a Bloody Mary, it's kind of like a Bloody Mary on steroids, I guess.
So if you could tell anyone why they need to come to Thyme Tonic, what 3 words would describe what it means to you?
Oh. It's a safe place for people who can't eat gluten and for people who are vegan. So I would say safe, delicious, high quality homemade, and nice environment. You know, like you're sitting in a garden, you have your plants everywhere, and the ceilings hanging from outside on our patio. We call it a garden, an outdoor garden patio. We have flowers and plants. So yeah, it's also kosher too, which I didn't add.
That's fine. You can say it.
So it's kosher as well. So I think for people who feel like the underserved community, whether it be they're kosher, they're vegan, or they're gluten-free, and they feel like they don't have a lot of options, you come here and you have so many options.
Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate you letting VeganPopEats come and crash your day-to-day. This was phenomenal. This
Cool.
was phenomenal.
I'm so glad you
And I
enjoyed.
give this an A++, plus plus. One more plus if you didn't even get that. But yes, this is an amazing brunch space for the vegans. And they do have something for those of you who want to do seafood and also eggs and dairy. Now, this goes to show that veganism is not boring, and there's also a lot of opportunity for flavor, and you have a lot of food options. And there is nothing like a cute brunch and cocktails, especially if it's vegan. I'm Angela Yvonne, and this is VeganPopEats, where meat is obsolete. These pancakes are amazing. You gotta get here.